What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 9 battle for the IBL. Our winning streak is over. We ended up losing last week for the first time in basically 2 months, and that's crazy to think about how long this winning streak lasted, but it's okay. We still are sitting at the top of the standings in our division, still at the top of the standings of the league, but there are teams that are gaining on us. There's a couple teams now that have 3 losses, and I believe only one that currently has 2, and that might be changing after this week's battle. But of course, it might be changing for us as well. We are facing off against the Uppsala Umbreons and their coach Sven Thun, who we had actually played in our first battle last season when we took over for, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been, honestly, I can't remember. I'm not going to bother. But regardless of the fact, we definitely have an uphill battle here. My opponent's team is very, very scary. You guys see it on the screen right now. I obviously don't have my draft slides with me, unfortunately. I have to do them post-com this time around. Just a crazy, crazy Thanksgiving weekend. Playing this a bit late. I'm actually recording this after my Week 8 battle had just gone up, and you guys seem to love it, even though we lost that game. Just the the future Matt stuff where it was like me talking on the screen. You guys seem to really enjoy that, so I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support on that. Really do appreciate it, guys. But let's go ahead and jump into it. His team, very scary. The biggest threats on his team, Sandcore, Volcarona, the Azumarill, and the G-Max Machamp. Those are very, very scary mons. I definitely feel like he can honestly bring everything on his roster. I think the only thing that probably will not come is the Dusknoir. Everything else literally has an amazing time against my team in some way or another. So let's go ahead and jump into it with our first mon. And our first mon here is going to be our INTELEON. Now, INTELEON was the first mon that I had built. We are a pretty bulky INTELEON on the physical side. We have 76 EVs in defense. That's so we can actually take a banded adamant grassy glide from the Thwacky. Very, very useful, and I don't have to worry about sand because it's only going to be a threat if it's in terrain, and we'll take terrain health and then we'll take sand damage, so we should be fine to take that hit. I'm running specs this week so we can have the maximum damage output that we have before G-maxing. Obviously, when we're Gigantamax, we're not getting the boost from the specs, but we still get to switch up our moves during that turn. Unfortunately, after Gigantamax ends, we can no longer switch our moves. We still have to go back to the original one. So if I go for Snipe Shot with my specs, then I'll fire off Snipe Shot. I can Gigantamax after that, go for any move I want, but then the following turn, as soon as I don't use my Gigantamax anymore, I have to be locked back into Snipe Shot again, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. His water switches are pretty limited, which is the best thing for me, and our speed on this set is there for the Volcarona. Very strong set. It's been our kill leader. Unfortunately, no kills last time around. I'm hoping that we can change that this time because it is such an amazing mon. He has to slap on Assault Vest, be a special defensive Mandibuzz, be specially defensive Assault Vest Dragalge. It's just crazy how much he needs to invest on his team to take care of this thing. If he brings the Dragalge, then it means he is losing power and accuracy on his Excadrill because instead of running Earthquake, he has to run high horsepower to get around the grassy terrain nerf on the Earthquake. Our next mon is going to be our Machamp here with speed for Adamant Azumarill. We take a +1 Flamethrower from a Volcarona after rocks or a burn damage because we are running the Flame Orb this week. We also take a neutral Psychic from the Volcarona, and we take any jolly non-Life Orb attack from the Boltund. That includes Play Rough, that includes Psychic Fangs. We also come in on Gigalith basically and just claim a KO. It's insane. My play this week is going to be lead off with my Scyther, which is going to be the last mon we're going to touch on this time around, but this set is very, very strong. Knock Off, Close Combat, Ice Punch, and Facade do wonders against my opponent's team. If this thing got Mach Punch, you better believe I'd be running Mach Punch because that'd be a phenomenal bring, especially to deal with the Excadrill and Sand. With the Guts boost and our insane 130 attack stat, we should be able to get the KO on that, but unfortunately, the best it gets for physical or fighting stab, that is priority, is Vacuum Wave, which is not great. I've done it before. I did it last week. It didn't turn out the best for us, but regardless, I'm happy with our Machamp set. It basically is insane because we come in on so much and just nuke things, and especially if we can manage to get up our burn beforehand, then Facade destroys things. I don't really have to worry about doubles because the only thing that's going to be taking a Facade is going to be like the Dusknoir and like the Gigalith, and that's pretty much it. Even the resisted Excadrill is still taking a huge chunk of damage from it and then has to worry about the prediction for close combat. So Machamp is going to be the MVP. I'm so confident about it. It's going to be amazing for us this entire week. Our next mod is going to be our Rotom Heat Casserole. No longer Casserola because it's weird as hell. I don't know why the hell. Like, why didn't anyone tell me that was stupid? That was stupid. Tell me next time I make a stupid nickname. But this set is cool. It's a pivot this week that is very solid. It's the mod that I have the most amount of notes for. We have speed for Adamant Machamp and Timid Dragalge. We take a Jolly Guts boosted close combat from the Machamp, so that's if it's not in its G-Max, and we also are basically just going to Volt Switch around every time the Machamp comes in because it is likely it runs something like Max Rockfall or Stone Edge or something along those lines. And again, I do think he runs Guts. Liv actually ran Guts Machamp in our mock. Shout out to her, and shout out to Tone as well for all the help with the team building process. I really appreciate it. But this Machamp is very strong, very annoying, but with our combination of Volt Switch and Foul Play, we do really good things against my opponent's entire roster. The reason I'm not going Overheat and I went Foul Play instead is because my opponent has a lot of really good physical attackers. I also don't want to be weakening my special attack attack by allowing the Volcarona to come in, for example. Foul Play allows me to really chip down the Excadrill, doing a huge amount of damage to that thing, not letting it set up, especially if it is not Mold Breaker. We kind of wall it unless it's running Rock Slide, and it kind of has to run Rock Slide if it's not Mold Breaker, and if it is, we take advantage of that, nuke it with Foul Play, and we're in a good position all around. Pain Split is there for recovery. Again, like I said, we Volt Switch around every time it's versus the Machamp because we want to chip that thing down. I can switch out to something else, and again, if he goes for Bulk Up, fine. I get the chip damage off. I'll do basically the right amount of damage I want to do against the Machamp because it won't be Gigantamaxed, and I can then go into my INTELEON another turn after a sack comes out or something, or I get off the slow Volt Switch or whatever. I can fire off a Max Airstream, doing a huge amount of damage to it. Other than that, we take 2 of any Jolly Life Orb attack from the Bolton. So literally any attack the Bolton can go for. I think the strongest one it gets that's resisted, or not resisted, is Psychic Fangs at 85 base power, and we take 2 of them. Crazy, right? Unless it's adamant, but again, I don't think he can be adamant because he has to outspeed my INTELEON in case I'm deciding to creep an adamant Bolton, which I've definitely done that in the past before, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did run the Jolly. But yeah, and then again, we take any one attack from the Excadrill without Mold Breaker, and we take a Timid Specs Expanding Force from the Indeedee. Again, that is Indeedee female, so it's got 95 base special attack, a lot less threatening, which is very, very useful for me. I definitely need that thing to be worn down because it's a very scary mon to deal with. Our next mon, oh, by the way, Thunder Wave is there because I need to slow things down. That's the name of the game. Slowing things down, allowing my Machamp to just dominate everything, and that's definitely a possibility. And this is our check to the Volcarona. That's the big thing. It checks Volcarona, and yeah, our next mon is going to be our Aegislash here with the Shucka Berry, Shadow Claw, Close Combat, Rock Slide, and King's Shield. Originally, I was running a Totemize. Not a good set. It's good in theory. It really is, because once things are weakened, we just go in. The only thing is, I'm going to have a tough time weakening things without using my Gigantamax. And I kind of want to save my Gigantamax in the back because it's really, really good. Now, once I get this thing going, this Aegislash going, with the Shucka Berry, we can take hits from the Excadrill, fire back to Close Combat, Oko that thing. We fire off Close Combats on the Gigalith, nuke that thing, just do a huge amount of damage to it, unless it's running Curse like Liv was doing for some reason. I don't know why she did that, but paid off for her. She won one of the mocks, so more power. Rock Slide is there because it allows me to hit the Volcarona. If I'm at a point where I can take a Flamethrower from the Volcarona, I'm definitely just going to go for Rock Slide, especially if I have a lower HP Rotom in the back that I can't afford taking 2 hits from the Volcarona. So yeah, I feel like Aegislash is good. It's just a luxury, not necessarily a necessity. That is going to be our Aegislash. We have speed on this set for an Adamant Azumarill, and we also take a +6 Aqua Jet from Adamant Azumarill on top of that, which is very useful. And we take a Jolly non-boosted Earthquake from Drill. That was before our Shucka Berry, but now we have the Shucka Berry, and all should be good to go with our set here. Our next mon is going to be our Kyurem here. Now, Kyurem has speed for Indeedee. It speed ties that thing. We also have speed. Oh my god, I changed the set briefly, but we're Babiri Berry on the set, so we can take an Iron Head from the Excadrill. We have Defense Investment. I believe it was so that we can actually take a Adamant Rock Slide from Life Orb Excadrill after Rocks. Very important, so we can take that. We're probably not going to take it after Sand. That's okay because we have Earth Power to nuke that thing, do a huge amount of damage back to it. And I wouldn't be surprised if it went for Iron Head anyways. And again, if I can weaken that thing to the point where it's just going to die to Rocky Helmet or a Life Orb Chip, then I'm in a really good position. I'll definitely take advantage of that for as long as I can. That is our Kyurem. Originally, I was running Dragon Dance with Icicle Spear. Not a good bring. Again, it was cool in theory, just did not put in the most amount of work. Freeze Dry, Earth Power because my opponent's team for fantastic damage. Rock Slide, the physical move. Even with no investment, we do always Oko a max or a no HP Volcarona. If he's running max HP, just max HP in general, then we are only doing like 93 to 107 or something like that, which is still good enough. I'll definitely take that because it's likely that Sand is going to be up, and if Sand is up, then he's not going to be able to take that hit after the Sand chip. And Roosted there for recovery, and the other option was like Boots or something, but Boots just didn't feel like it was good enough because I wanted to make sure I can survive the hits from the Excadrill because I couldn't invest enough to make it so that Babiri Berry, or without the Babiri Berry, we can take a Iron Head from a Life Orb Jolly Excadrill even. So that's why we have the Babiri Berry this time around. Our final mon, I mentioned it before, is the Scyther. Hylian the Scyther makes its second appearance. Dual Wing Beat, U-Turn, Swords Dance, and Roost with the Eviolite. Very strong set this week. We have speed for the Volcarona. Obviously, it has Flame Body and has 2 chances to burn me with the Flame Body because of Dual Wing Beat. But at the end of the day, I have to risk it. This thing is really, really good. It helped me out a lot with my opponent's team. Looking at it, like, what does this thing really deal with decently well? Well, first of all, it outspeeds my opponent's entire team, barring the Bolton. It 4 times resists the Thwacky's Grassy Glide, which is very useful. I can then set up or just freely go for a U-turn, honestly, because I'll U-turn out on that thing, doing a huge chunk of damage to it. We have a ridiculous attack. I believe it's 105 attack, which is insane. And then we can get off a stab, super effective attack on the Thwacky, regardless of what move we go for. And if he switches out into the Gigalith or the Excadrill or the Bolton to resist my flying type attacks, that's fine. I just go for a U-turn and get into whatever I need to get into, which is great. If he goes to Gigalith, U-turn into my Machamp. Fantastic position. I will definitely take advantage of that. Other than that, what else is there? Well, there is the Indeedee, which again does not appreciate dual wing beats because it's a very frail Pokemon on the physical side. Mandibuzz, it'll take the hit, it will. But if I have my Violet and I get the +2, we will be able to survive the foul play, fire off a dual wing beat, and do a huge amount of damage because that's Technician boosted, hits twice, just really, really scary. Dragalge, same deal, fire off dual wing beats, gonna do a huge amount of damage. We just want to wear things down. If I can wear down the Azumarill and the Dragalge especially, we're gonna be in a fantastic spot. Maybe a bit of the Mandibuzz as well, but those 3 Mons, if we wear them down, we should be able to pretty easily beat down the rest of my opponent's team with the G-Max INTELEON, even if it is not in its Gigantamax form because we are running these specs this week. That is my team for this week's battle, and I'm hoping that we can get the win. We desperately need another one. I want to make sure that we don't play against Stenthune again because this team is very scary. He is in our division, so I kind of need to go a little bit more intense than I have been for other games in our division because I just don't want to have to play him again. I really don't. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that we get this win, and let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Alright everyone, welcome back. My opponent is bringing around the Azumarill, the Machamp, the G-Max Machamp, the Volcarona, the Boltund, the Excadrill, and the Gigalith. So no Dragalge, which is nice. A bit less for my Machamp to take like advantage of, which is interesting. I'm going to lead off with Hylian here. Well, I'm not bringing a ground type, so I think what I'm going to do actually lead off, because in case he leads with Boltund, I'm going to lead off with Casserole. Just to be safe. I just don't want it to be like going for a free Volt Switch on me because I didn't bring a ground type. But yeah, I'm going to be able to hit done. I'm just going to update my team, make sure I have it on my damage calc because I did not do that beforehand. I was rushing to get the battle started. But yeah, so I will import that. We have 14 seconds left. That's plenty of time. And making sure, Rotom Heat, and let's say good luck. Or let's say U2, and I will click done, and we are good to go. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Fuck, I'm terrified. I just want to get the win. I just want to get the win. All right, just got to make sure everything's set up properly. Yeah, G-Max Machamp, the Volcarona, the Boltund, Gigalith, Excadrill, the Sandcore, and the Azumarill. Interesting. Lil Razmit. Okay, that's this thing. I'm okay with that. If it's banded, does it kill me? I don't think it does. I don't think it kills me if it's banded. Just gonna make sure about that. Rotom Heat versus, it is a, what is this thing called? Azumarill. If it's Belly Drum, an Adminatured Belly Drum set, it does not Okomi. If it is Choice Band, it does not Okomi, it does 84% max. So I'm just gonna go for a free Volt Switch here. I'll get 57 to 68% off on it, which is nice. If it goes into the Excadrill, that's fine, but he does not. He stays in. To take this hit, that's a big damage. I'll take that. It's definitely not Assault Vest. It's definitely not Citrus Berry either, which is nice. So it definitely could be banded. I think I want to go into Hylian here. I think that's what I want to do. Because Hylian has the least amount of usefulness on the entire roster. And let's see. Does he go for Play Rough, Liquidation? Liquidation. Is he banded? Liquidation down to 40. It's 108 points of health. That is a min roll for Choice Band. And, okay, I'm just going to U-turn out here. I think that's my best play, because he probably goes into one of his Weather Setter or one of his Resist, as he does. Fantastic. So we're getting ahead right now, which is nice. He's in the Vortex a bit. That's good. In comes the Gigalith. I'll take that for sure, because I can go freely into my Machamp and just fire off hits. Okay. Question is that a roll for Jolly? He did 108 points of health. Is that a roll for Jolly? Liquidation. It is a roll for Jolly. Okay. So he definitely could be Jolly on his Azumarill. But I'm going to go into Machamp anyways. I'll get my boost up, and we're going to be able to just nuke this thing, do a huge amount of damage to it. Firing off a very free close combat against my opponent's team. Did not bring any immunity, which is very nice. Yeah, no immunity. I don't click Facade here. I don't. Do I even click Knockoff here? What do I click? Because if I click Knockoff is resisted by everything except for the Machamp. Like everything, well no, Knockoff is resisted by the Azumarill and the Machamp. Close Combat is resisted by the Volcarona and the Azumarill. Facade is resisted by two things, the Gigalith and the Excadrill. I can't afford to go, actually, I can afford to go for Facade here. I think I can. What would he sack? That's the question. I think I'm gonna go for the Knockoff, because in the off chance he switches to the Machamp, which I don't think it's gonna happen, Knockoff will come out and Knockoff will make sure that he doesn't get his Flame Orb off. which is important. As he stays in, oh, he switches out, fantastic, so I'll take that. And what does he go into? Bruthus. That is the Machamp, right? That is the, okay, that's the Boltund. Does Boltund die? Please die. This is Guts boosted. It dies. Amazing. So down goes the Boltund. That's definitely a big turn. I'll definitely take that. Where is Boltund? There it is. Okay. Usually what I do is I delete the sprites that are not being used, but I did not do that this time around. That's okay. So Knockoff comes out and nukes that fucker. I'll take it. Okay, and the good news is we're in a really good spot here. We are in a really good spot. Because Machamp just comes in. Every time the Gigalith comes in, it just clicks a button. That's awesome. Machamp has been like my thought process on Machamp this generation was like, okay, it's just a decent mon, it's not bad at all, it just gets the job done, but there's so many better fighting types. This thing is bulky as hell, it's fast enough to come in on walls and just get a KO. So that is the Volcarona. Yeah. I have a very free switch into my Rotom here, so I'm just going to do that. If he sets up, so be it. I'm not allowing this thing to get a Psychic off on my Machamp or a Hurricane, and I should be, yeah, so I'm going to go into, where's Rotom Heath? There it is, against Volcarona, as he goes for Fiery Dance. Okay. We'll see. I'm at 157 down to 130. That's 27 points of health. And he did not get the boost. So let's go Fiery Dance. Again, 27 points of health. That's a max roll for no investment. He has no investment. He has 0 investment. Oh, actually, wait. No. That's a minimum roll for max investment. So that's it. Let's see. My question is, do I go for a Thunder Wave here? What would he go into? He might go back into the Drill, which is fine if he goes into Drill. I should be able to take a hit. I can Thunder Wave pretty freely. I think I'm going to Thunder Wave here. Yeah. As he Quiver Dances. Okay, is he going to be... He might be Boots, he might be Lumberry. If he's Lumberry, that would suck. But this thing is definitely a problem for me. We do connect, amazing. Are you Lum? Are you Lumberry? He is not Lumberry. And a +1, he, being paralyzed, should still outspeed me. He should reach 125 speed if he's max speed timid, so I can freely go for a Volt Switch, and then I'll be able to go freely into my Inteleon. As he gets fully paralyzed, I will take it. Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Okay, do I go Inteleon though? That's the question. Do I go Kyurem? Kyurem will outspeed. At this point in time, he has 1 resist to Snipe Shot. It's the, yeah, I should be able to OHKO at this range with Snipe Shot and Specs. Inteleon, where are you? No, that's Kyurem. Inteleon at +1 special defense. If he's max HP, we'll do 72 to 85. That's more than enough. I'll go into Inteleon. And we will see what he wants to do. Okay, we take Sandstorm. I believe this might show me that this is Smooth Rock on his. I think he's Smooth Rock, right? Info. This is Smooth Rock. Okay. So I'm just gonna fire off the Snipe Shot here. Again, if he has no investment, if he's Pasho Berry, would he be Pasho? Pasho doesn't do enough. We have a high chance to crit. Let me think. What does he have left? He has his Machamp left. I don't really have an answer to that, like, straight up his Gigantamax. Actually, I kind of do, but what I'm trying to say is, do I just go for the G-Max Hydro Snipe here? Or the Max Airstream? Max Airstream doesn't guarantee a KO. If he has Giga Drain, does that mess me up? I survive. I'm just going to go for a Snipe Shot. As we Snipe Shot, he is not Pasho Berry, he should go down here. Great, so Inteleon's going to pick up another kill. And down it goes. Fantastic. So the Volcarona is gone. Again, I did not want the Paralysis on Volcarona. That's not what I was doing. It's more so for speed control, so I can bring it in, my Inteleon in after, and outspeed and KO, which is very nice and very useful. But he has 2 turns left of Sand with the Excadrill. He also may just go hard into his Machamp here. That's definitely a possibility. If he is Guts, he actually needs to be Guts to KO me with Thunder Punch. That's fact. So I might be able to just go for Air Slash and kind of try and go for game. Yeah, because the range of health that the Azumarill is at, max Air Slash should KO. Even Snipe Shot, honestly, should probably KO because we are Spec Snipe Shot and he's not Assault Vest. So if I go to Azumarill, again, it's probably, if it's got like max HP, I really don't know what it is, but if it's max HP, Snipe Shot does, oh, it does nothing, it's 30 to 32, that's crazy. Okay, Machamp comes in. I'm just going to fire off my max Airstream here. So let's go Machamp, G-Max, and we will see what he wants to do. Again, let's see, maybe he's Choice Band. Choice Band, he's healthy with Thunder Punch. Come on now, what the hell am I doing? Okay, Thunder Punch. That won't KO me in G-Max. It does 212 points of health at most, and we would be way over that. We'd be like 250. So I can just max here and go for Airstream. Yeah, let's do that. Let's max an Airstream here. Where we both should be maxing here. If he doesn't max, I'd be very surprised. If he doesn't max, he's probably Assault Vest. And if he does max, and he is like Assault Vest or something, he does, Max Lightning does the most, and he has 244 points of health max. And again, that would probably be close for the range for Sand. But he's going to max here as well. Is he? He doesn't max. Does he just drop? No, he's Assault Vest. He's Assault Vest. 100%. Okay. Thunder Punch. That is nothing. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm just going to Airstream again. I'll be able to get to +2. And then I'll outspeed the Excadrill even in Sand. Interesting they decided to go not max. I definitely thought maxing would be his play because, especially now, the fact that I didn't OHKO him means I would not have 2-KO'd him. He would have gone the Max Lightning off, which would have done a lot more damage than a Thunder Punch, and on top of that, he would have had Electric Terrain. Interesting. But anyways, he's definitely Assault Vest there. So is Inteleon picking up another KO? And shout out to, I can't remember who it was, but shout outs to whoever said, whoever G-Max's second has won the game, because every single week, except for I think the first 2 weeks, oh no, except last week, that's it. Last week was the only time that someone who did not Gigantamax second won. But yeah, here's the Machamp. Very cool. It's G-Max move, for those who don't know. What it does is it increases its chance to crit, which is not at all what I expected. But yeah, Airstream comes out again, we get our second one off, and we KO the Machamp. Fantastic. So Machamp does not get a KO, which is fantastic for me because that thing is a huge threat, and we are now at a point where we outspeed everything. If he brings in the Azumarill, it dies. Like, because we're firing off basically a G-Max, we're firing off a G-Max attack. We are. If he goes into the Gigalith, I know it is Smooth Rock, that's it. So it's gonna die. Even if it's max special defense in Sand, it takes 82 to 97 Giggles. That's definitely the Gigalith. He wants to outspeed me. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right. Let's fire off that Hydro Snipe. Ooh, should I just go for a Hailstorm? No, it would have been pointless because we outspeed this thing. But Hydro Snipe comes out, so we're gonna get the KO. It's gonna be 3 kills for Inteleon. And the Gigalith will, oh, okay, I was like, it's not going down? Why is it not going down? It's going down so slowly. But it goes down. That's 3 kills for Inteleon. As this Excadrill is just a little bit big. I'm going to lower that a bit. There you go. And, okay. This thing. Again, we are Specs. I can play for the 6-0. Is that worth it? I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going for a Snipe Shot. I'm Specs, I have to go for it. So he jets me. Is that going to KO? It doesn't. Snipe Shot comes out. If we don't die to Sand, I'm switching out. Do we stay alive? Ooh. Oh, we survived. Wow. and it survives 2. So I'm just going to switch out. And what resists? Full Buster resists. I think land would be better, to be honest. Well, you know what? I think Hylian's my best bet because Hylian would die. Yeah, Hylian would die. So, and that's fine because that would give me a free switch in. I would know exactly what I'm going into. So, losing Hylian would be fine. Where is Scyther? So, Scyther's going to go down here. It's going to take the Banded Aqua Jet and drop. But that's okay. So will the Azumarill here to Sand. If I can, I'm going to give that kill to Inteleon. But yeah, in comes the Excadrill now. Again, we know that drill is coming in. I have the Shucka Berry on my Aegislash. I can go for close combat and clean it up. Let's just make sure about that. Excadrill, Uber Sand Rush with a Life Orb. I can go to my Aegislash Shield mode. We are not Dynamax. We have 140 on our defenses. Earthquake with our Shucka Berry should not KO us, and I can fire off a close combat, and this will get the job done for us. Let's see, does he go for Swords Dance? Does he try that? Because he could try and go for a game like that. It kind of relies on me not having close combat, but yeah. This is looking good. It's looking like it's going to be a 5-0 for us. We will see. We will see. He Earthquakes. Shucka will pop. Is he Life Orb? That damage looks Life Orb to me, so it looks like he's going to drop here. Yeah, he's Life Orb. Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice, but the logo is covering that. My mistake. But Stance Chains comes out, and Close Combat will nuke this thing, and we will pick up a 5-0 win, continuing our winning ways. Guys, leave a like for Inteleon. That motherfucker just puts in work. Oh my god, this thing is at 18 kills, 3 deaths, 9 weeks in. It is very close to getting close to, I guess, where Urshifu is now. Urshifu is putting in the finest of work for us in the BBR. So, I mean, I'll definitely take it. 5-0 win over Sven and his Uppsala Umbreons. We get our revenge for last season when he came back, clutched out a W against us with his, what was it? It was his Toxicroak. But this time around, our team doing the most. The Machamp, I thought was going to be the MVP. Clearly not. Inteleon just way too good. Kyurem, thought was going to have to come in. Didn't, but what are you going to do? This team was fantastic. Sucks that Scyther had to die again, being the only Mon not to get a kill, or the only Mon just to die and also not to get a kill on the season so far. But at the end of the day, the team did what it had to do. The team put in the work it had to do, pivoting around, getting into my threats, my Machamp, my Inteleon, and then at the very end, my Aegislash. Again, shout out to Sven. Make sure to go check out his channel, guys. It's linked down in the description below. I've also noticed that around 40% of the people who don't watch my videos are not subscribed. So please, guys, if you have not already, subscribe. We are an amazing, amazing community. Wow, I cannot speak. We are an amazing community. Check out my Discord server as well down in the description. We have questions of the days. We have trivia. We have, I don't know, you can have random strangers say happy birthday to you if you input your birthday into our server. And yeah, just thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all next time.